Hi babies! This is how to get my signature makeup look featuring my latest Sephora haul. I'm starting off with these Ole Henriksen lip treatments to make my lips super soft and moisturized. And for skincare, I just do a very light moisturizer or sunscreen under my makeup. I also got the new Niacinamide spray, which can be used under makeup and on top of makeup. So here I am spraying that all over. For foundation, I really wanted to try the new Natasha Denona foundation because I love her eyeshadows so much. So what I do is I first put some on the back of my hand and then spread it out evenly all over my face. That way I don't have any areas that are too cakey with foundation. Then I take a damp beauty sponge and just blend it all out over my skin so that I have a really nice even finish. Next I go in with a cream contour. Apply it on the back of your hand, then pick it up with a brush, and this will get you a really even coverage without any harsh lines, and it will be really easy to blend it this way. Next, I like to go in with color corrector under my eyes so that I can cancel out any discoloration there, and I like to wait and let it dry a little bit before blending it out. This way you get maximum coverage from your corrector. Next, I go in with cream blush, and this one is from Patrick Ta. I like to use this brush from BK Beauty because it's super fluffy, and I get a really even application this way. So for this, you can tap the brush directly into the cream product and apply it wherever you want. Okay, this next step is what I think sets my makeup apart the most, and that is using a really light brightening concealer under the eyes and in the middle of the forehead. So what this does is it adds a really good dimension to the face where you have the lighter areas and the darker areas, and it just makes the whole face really pop and stand out. So what I do is I do the same that I did with the contour, which is apply it on the back of the hand and then use a brush to apply it to the face. Next, I go back in with my beauty blender to make sure that everything is really smooth and even before setting my under eyes with a powder. This powder is from Kosas and it's in the shade Airy, and I use this BK Beauty brush to apply it under the eyes and make sure there are no creases. Next, I go in with a powder bronzer, and this one is also from Kosas, and wow, I was not expecting how pigmented this one is. I used the 40.5 brush from Rose and Ben Beauty to apply it, and I actually felt like I got scared for a second that I applied too much, but it's not a big deal at this stage in the makeup because when you go to the step 10 of the setting powder will not only set the makeup, but it can also blur out any areas where you applied your bronzer or blush too heavily. You don't have to worry about removing that product. You can just use the powder to blur it out. Next, I'm going back in with my blush, but I'm going to use the powder side this time to set the blush. This step is optional, but I'm going to go in with an extra powder to continue blurring the under eyes and make sure that they stay perfectly set. Even it out on the back of your hand before applying it to make sure it's even, and use a puff for more coverage. We're getting near the end here and taking a little detour to the lips. I start with a darker lip liner and I use that all around my lips and on the corners. So I color in my lips a little bit on the edges. Then I go in with a lipstick. I like to use a really light shade to create that contrast in my lips and create a lot of depth. So this one is a really light shade, nude colored, and I'm just applying that on the center of my lips, wherever I didn't apply the lip liner. This next part is literally my favorite part of the entire routine, and that's when I get to finally apply lip gloss. So this one is from Lancome, and it's a super pretty glittery lip gloss that I just apply right over the lip liner and lipstick that I applied in the step before. This one is super pretty, and it just puts the whole look together. You can see how happy I am about this lip gloss in this clip. Next, I take the Rare Beauty highlighter and I just apply that on my cheekbones and also the inner corners of my eyes. And finally, we're on setting spray. So I use this Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and just spray it all over my face. If I want my makeup to last a lot longer, then I'll also apply another spray on top of this, usually the Urban Decay one or the One Size spray. We're finally at the last step for this base makeup, and that is applying eye drops. These eye drops make the whites of your eyes look even brighter. So this is the before, this is the after. I really hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I didn't cover eyes or eyebrows in this, but I will continue to make more videos to show how I do the rest of it. Love you, babies.